What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with another Wild Wednesday video. If you're new to this challenge, I'm going to roll a random Pokemon generator, which I've got pulled up right here, and whatever Pokemon I get, I'm going to make a deck with the first playable card that I roll. So if I get, like, I don't know, some random Pokemon like Absol. I know Absol's got, like, a couple decent cards I can work with, but let's say they're all awful. I'm just going to re-roll, and I'm going to try to get a Pokemon that I can make, like, a fun video with, even if it's at a very casual level. I just want to make a good video for everyone to see with, like, a decent deck at worst. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't want to play with any cards that are, like, awful. So, but I am going to try my best to make any deck. Like, if I have any vision to make a deck, we're sending it. So that's the goal of the challenge. Some other rules: I am going to use any form of the evolution if it has an evolution line that I see. So if I can use Rare Candy and skip the middle evolution, even if I rolled the middle evolution, and that will help the deck significantly, I might do that. Maybe I'll put one middle evolution line. I think that's smart anyways. But you know what I mean, where it's like, just I want to make the most playable deck possible, so I don't want to put 4 of the middle evolution if it's not worth it in, like, a stage 2 Pokemon. If there's any regional variants that I like significantly more, it's the same Pokemon more or less, so I'm gonna rock with it. Obviously, I'm gonna try my best to use the one I rolled, but if the one I rolled is awful or the other regional variant just looks like so much fun to use, I am gonna try to use that. So if I roll a meta deck Pokemon like Dragapult, yeah, I could just make a video with Dragapult EX. Or if I roll like Wailord, I'm gonna be coming up with something crazy for a Wailord deck. So, you know, let's get into it. Let's roll today's Pokemon, see what we get, and we get Goomy. Oh, well, I know there's Goodra V-STAR, but is there any other Goodras that are decent so I could use Goomy? There's Heavy Impact with Metal there's the Goodra with the Metal Lodging and Heavy Impact as the attack, but that one's not amazing, so I could make a video with Goodra. I did just make a video with Goodra, like, a couple weeks ago. So I made a Matang Goodra video a couple weeks ago, and I feel like if I made a Goodra deck right now, I could play Lost Zone Goodra, which is another video I did. That one was a month ago, but it's like, you know what? I'm gonna give it another shout, just because, like, I love Goodra. Goodra's actually, like, I think it's one of the most adorable Pokemon. I don't want to do it only because I literally just made a Matang Goodra video last week, and I want this to be insane and just show some new Pokemon. Mabosstiff is a lot different. See, that's more or less what I'm looking for right here. You know, just make sure I'm using Make sure I'm using Pokemon that I really haven't played much at all. So we got Comeuppance. During opponent's next turn, this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, but damage counter. Okay, Comeuppance is kind of fun, actually. I could like that. And then what's this one? Once during your turn, you may switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. That's not bad. We could give that a go with, like, Dark Patch, and then we could use... I like Comeuppance. That could be big against, like, some big attackers like GM-PAL. Force him to use a lot of boss. And then this one also isn't bad either. We swing for 160, which 2 shots, plenty of Pokemon. And we could just, like, constantly use this attack as boss's orders. Not bad. This one, I don't think Darkness Fang is worth it, but Comeuppance is kind of epic. Like, I think that we could make, like, a legit deck with. So we could try this. And we don't need really any boss in the deck, because we could just use this. Even though your opponent chooses the new active Pokemon, I think it could be fun just to use Mabosstiff, no boss's orders, and then save those spots for, like, other cards that can make it more consistent. Let's do it. Let's do this. So I apologize for anyone that might have really wanted to see a Goodra video. If people really do want to see a Goodra video, please let me know in the comments down below. It's just, I think I made a Goodra video, like, literally last week. So I don't want to double up on a video on a Pokemon I, like, legitimately already made. I don't know. I might make that a new rule. If I made, like, a video on a version of the Pokemon within the past, like, 10 days, I might just re-roll just to keep things fresh and put new decks out there. I really don't want to put out any duplicates. And I want to make something crazy like with this card. So we're going to jump into this. I apologize for anyone that really wanted to see a Goodra video. If you really did, check out my last video or let me know in the comments down below that you want to see another Goodra video, and then I'll totally get out there and make another one. But let's get into a little time-lapse of me making a Mabosstiff deck. So welcome back to the deck. I've got the deck little preview we got. So I got 2 copies of this Mabosstiff, solid single prize attacker, swinging 160. So we're 2-shotting, put everything in 2-shot range with this guy, which is perfect. We also have Intimidating Howl, so I'm putting no boss's orders in the deck. I'm only going to use this ability if I want Gust. So it'll really force me to rely on Mabosstiff a lot. And then I'm playing 1 copy of Comeuppance Mabosstiff. This one I think is way more fun, but the reason I don't think it's as good is because there's so many decks like Iono PAL, Raging Bolt, Goldengo, where they could just choose how much damage they do. Even like Regidrago VSTAR, if they just choose to use Raging Bolt, if they played in their deck, like they could choose to not do much damage at all to this guy, and then not take that much damage in general. So I don't really want to rely on this one as much. I'm really hoping I'm up against like Dragon Ball or Charizard, where they have no choice but to swing for 200 or even more if it's Charizard into Mabosstiff, if I use the Comeuppance one later in the game. So I think that one will be a lot of fun, and I'm playing this build a bit more interesting. I'm going to try something out. Since we're an evolving deck, I'm going to try somewhat of a newer concept that's kind of hit my mind for turbo decks, and that's playing Carmine, since we could use it on the first turn, and we're going to choose to go first since we have to evolve our Pokemon and Squawkabilly. So if I'm not scared of putting Squawkabilly down, I really just don't have to play it. That's fine. But I think overall, you know what, just having Carmine in the deck, actually, you know what? I have an idea. Wait, actually, I think I have a bit of a better idea. No, I don't. I was thinking, okay, maybe I could do Rotom and Forest Seal Stone, but I don't think I would prefer that since I'm using Darkrai, and I'm just going to use Star Abyss almost every game. I really don't want to accidentally use Forest Seal Stone and then do that. I think if I want Squawk, if I don't have an amazing hand and I need to dig deeper and set up my board better, I'll use it. But if I really don't want to use it, I don't have to. We're pairing it with Darkrai VSTAR, which I think will be a super fun pair for the deck, since we've got the Star Abyss ability where I could put 2 item cards from my discard pile into my hand. So essentially, I could just take Dark Patch and Unfair Stamp and try to get some big disruption with the deck. And I'm playing Radiant Greninja to discard energy, draw 2, as well as the Bibarel Engine to keep making sure my hand is no smaller than 5 at the start of my turn. Or at any point in the turn, you know, like I'll have cards to play if my hand drops to a low size or we get hit with late game Iono. I'm also playing 1 EXP share for more so for Darkrai than anything else, because Dark Pulse does 30 more damage for each Dark Energy attached to all Pokemon. So if I could just recycle some Dark Energy, maybe 1 or 2 with an EXP share, that would be awesome. Playing 2 copies of Rod as well to get back Pokemon and maybe an energy or 2. I'm playing 1 copy of Luxurious Cape because my thought process is if I put this on the Comeuppance Mabosstiff, I might force my opponent to do more damage to KO and hopefully KO themselves, and I think that, like against Raging Bolt and Iono PAL specifically, I think that could be a little nicer. And honestly, even if I just want to put it on this guy, make it a 230, essentially like a basic EX Pokemon that swings 160, I don't think it's that bad. So I'm going to play 1 copy of Luxurious Cape. I like it. I like Unfair Stamp more than Hero's Cape because I could use the Darkrai VSTAR ability to take Unfair Stamp, add a discard, and recycle it. So that's why I'm not playing Hero's Cape, and I'm playing 1 copy of Luxurious Cape, although I don't know how useful it's going to be. And since we're playing Arven, I'm playing TM Crisis Punch. Most of our Pokemon need 3 energy to attack anyways, with the exception of Darkrai, which I could just attach a 3rd if I really need to. So I figured, you know what, since we're playing a lot of single prizers, there is a good chance that we can force our opponent onto 1 prize card, and since we're playing 3 Arven, to just make sure we're setting up our board and get like EXP share, Luxurious Cape maybe, I figured, you know what, Arven for a late game Crisis Punch could go wild for a late game cleanup if Darkrai is not swinging that hard or Mabosstiff's 160 is not going to take the finishing blow. I figured, you know what, a Crisis Punch could be the way to go. We're also playing 1 copy of Kieran for the Switch, but more for the damage buff. I like the 30 damage buff, especially for relying on this Mabosstiff. We could swing 190, which then puts like Charizard EX in KO range with another Mabosstiff. So I think overall, Kieran's going to be a fun supporter as well. Past that, it's a very straightforward list. I am playing 1 copy of Lost Vacuum. I was thinking about playing a Stadium. I really didn't know which Stadium to play, and since we do have the Star Abyss ability, I figured we could just use Lost Vacuum, and if they put a Tool or Stadium down a second time that really upsets us, we could just use Star Abyss for Lost Vacuum and just get rid of it again. So that's more or less what I've cooked up for the list. I am going to start with this on the casual ladder, but there is a chance if the first 2 games go well that we could send the 3rd game on the casual ladder. I just want to get a feel for the deck first and see what the vibes are. I don't know if this is going to be the most competitive deck, but overall, I think it's a super fun way to play this deck, so I'm going to give it a shot. Let's hop into the casual ladder for now, and let's see how we could do with Darkrai EX and Mabosstiff. welcome to match number 1. I wanted to show the mulligan. It seems we're playing against a Mismagius deck, which is a ton of fun, and an Alakazam, which we could swing for weakness on. So this could be a pretty decent matchup. Our hand isn't amazing. Comeuppance is going to be pretty much useless against Mismagius, but you know what? I think we can make it work. So we are going first, which I preferred. We did not get Carmine or anything insanely useful with that. So, you know what? Since we're swinging for weakness, I'm going to get rid of EXP share, and let's get rid of... I want to keep... You know what? Let's just get rid of an energy. I'm thinking about taking Radiant Greninja and just trying to dig a little deeper here. Because I like our matchup. We're swinging for weakness. So... Or you know what? I could take Squawk. Just absolutely full send it. Just get a new hand. Squawk might be the best option, honestly. And just reset myself. We'll get 3 energy and discard, new hand. I'll lose my Mabosstiff, but I've got Rod. Let me make sure my Rods are in the deck. And then I think I'm going to Squawk. We got 2 Rods, yeah. So you know what? I could always Rod him back if I need. We got 4 Dark Patch. Let's just play the Squawk. And let's see what we could do with this guy. So I don't have a way to get Bidoof out of the active right now. I don't want to use my energy attachments of this Bidoof since it's a 2 retreat. And this hand is much more playable, actually. I love this. So let's get Maschiff down. Let's get double Bibarel going, maybe. In case the active gets KO'd. Do I ever? Or do I just keep 1? I don't think they're taking a KO this turn. And I'm pretty confident we could get Kieran or a Switch out. Actually, it seems we prized Switch, so I would need Kieran. Or a manual retreat, which isn't ideal. But I think Kieran would be just a bit better to use in a scenario like this. Maybe Radiant Greninja could be great. I'm just going to take 1 Maschiff. And then I can use Dark Patch. We could get an energy down on Maschiff here. And maybe we could attach to active. There is a chance we could still attack next turn after Carmine. And retreating just might be the best way to go since we prized Switch. So you know what? I'm going to do that. Because even if we get Arven, I can't Arven for Switch. It's prized. So I'm going to attach to active, try to manually retreat this guy, and we're going to play Carmine. And this, now, yeah, we're cooking with fire. This is exactly what I was kind of hoping for. We get a Nest Ball, so I could take Darkrai, or Radiant Greninja. And then we got, what do I want to do here? Is there ever a world... I could use this Greninja ability now. We do lose an energy, but that's okay, because we got Darkrai VSTAR in hand. So let's do this. I love this. This is, oh my god, we get energy. Perfect. Oh, we're so golden. We're so golden, it's not even funny next turn. So I can attach retreat. I can attach. I'm not going to retreat yet. I'm going to use Darkrai VSTAR's ability with Star Abyss and hopefully get another Dark Patch would be perfect off Radiant Greninja. Just so I could set up this Mabosstiff. Because we need 3 energy, which isn't perfect, but it'll work. It'll work. And, oh, you know, we might be up against the Mismagius. They might just be doing some decent damage counters. Oh, no, they can't evolve, so they could put Vengeful Punch. We would take essentially 70 damage for the KO because we do 30 to ourselves, and we take 40 from the tool. Yeah. Okay, so that's not ideal, although it's not in the active, so, like, whatever, that's cool. And we get Kieran. Never mind, that's perfect. Alright, so I think I want to play the Kieran here. I don't know. First things first, let me use concealed cards. Let me just discard a card and see what we get. We get another Dark Patch and Carmine. I think I want to keep the Carmine, though. Do we ever swing with Darkrai? We don't really have to. We could just do this. I don't feel the need to use Kieran against this deck. It seems like it's a Alakazam deck with Mismagius, which I think is a ton of fun. And that's not something I'm super worried about because we're swinging for weakness, so I don't have to use Darkrai at all. Like, I could try to just force the single prizer. Do I ever use the ability to take out Bibarel, Bidoof, or Misdrevious? I think I do. Because I don't want to see these evolution Pokemon in play, and I want to KO it with Vengeful Punch and not the ability as well. So I'd rather KO that now, too. Even though I take 70 damage, it's better than the ability. So if you don't know what I think it's like Spiteful Magic or something like that, excuse me, oh my god, why am I blanking on the, whatever this evolves into, I'm blanking on it right now. But essentially, you take 80 damage counters, or 8 damage counters, you take 80 damage for KOing it with the damage. So I don't want to do that. I'd rather just take the Vengeful Punch damage and just swing into this guy for 320 damage. Not bad. And then we'll take a whole bunch of damage for the KO. With the tools and everything, that's fine. We'll make it work. Because next turn, we've got Carmine in hand. So we are in a great spot to cook. And we get a Dark Energy. That is amazing. I can attach that to, I guess, Maschiff. I'm not super worried about setting up Darkrai because I could just use Star Abyss and just take back double Dark Patch if I really need and just instantly set up Darkrai. So, not the worst. They get the Bibarel down. I don't know if they'll have much to do. They'll Rare Candy. Okay. Do they have the Alakazam KO this turn? That would be insane. Oh, it's the single prize one. That's not what I thought. I thought it would be the EX. Opponent's active Pokemon now confused. And they could just use Strange Hacking. Actually, this is a pretty fun deck, I'm not gonna lie. They got kind of a crazy deck going, and I'm kind of loving it. So they've got a dead hand. They got Bibarel for 5, so they're still cooking. Are they going to use Strange Hacking? It seems like it. Or Psychic. Honestly, both attacks put them in a pretty good spot. Using the Ket, just using Strange Hacking and confusing us, or using Psychic taking the KO, put them in a decent spot. So, what do I want to do here? We don't have a free retreat Pokemon. Mew could have been a decent Pokemon in this deck, but I liked Squawk for the exact turn we kind of saw. What do I want to do? We already used Kieran. Switch is prized, which is just so unfortunate. I think I could just promote Greninja. I don't need to get rid of this energy, especially because we already got 6 in discard. So I could just attach it to guarantee the retreat, Carmine, and then if nothing else, just Star Abyss for the KO with Darkrai VSTAR. Might be the easiest route to go. And with a hand like this, I really don't mind that. I didn't want to use... Maybe I could get Unfair Stamp. I'll Concealed Cards. We've got Rod. We could always Rod back a bunch of energy if we really need. I want to dig for Unfair Stamp if I can. And there's a chill. We don't get it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I could... Star Abyss now, take 2 Dark Patch, take the KO with Darkrai. I think that might be our best shout. And then we could just figure it out from there. Their board state's in a much rougher spot than we are. So let's just do that. Let's just guarantee the KO. Let's just keep the pressure on. Let's take double Dark Patch. Oh, you know what? We could take Ultra Ball and get Bibarel. But there's still not a guarantee I'll get what I really need. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to take double Dark Patch. I'm going to guarantee the KO. I just think that's going to work better for us overall. Let's get some more energy in play. We should still be swinging for KO just because of weakness, which is perfect. That's really all we need. Do I ever Rod back some energy here in some Pokemon? Actually, I could. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Rod back both of these guys and an energy. And then we could just finish the game with Darkrai, double Mabosstiff. I like that a lot. It's going to be a little hard to close out because it seems like it's a single prize dominated deck. So it makes it a little difficult since we're going to need to do way more damage overall. Or swing into many different Pokemon overall, excuse me, not to do necessarily more damage. So it's just, we're going to have to make sure we don't deck ourselves out. We're playing as conservatively as we can. And yeah, that's fine. I'm not... Thank God they got rid of TM Devo. TM Devo could have really hurt us if they spread a lot of damage around. But you know what? If they're swinging with Mismagius... Actually, I'm not upset about an Iono here either. I don't hate seeing a new hand. What do we got? Honestly, not a bad hand. It's not perfect. It's not bad, though. This is the Comeuppance one, which I really don't want to use much this game. I just don't think that'll help. They take up Mabosstiff. Alright, maybe I won't have a choice. Maybe I won't have a choice. We don't have the best of hands to retreat. Oh, this is a little difficult now. This is why I put 1 switch, and I'm really upset it's prized, because maybe a second switch could be worth it in this deck, just because it's going to be really hard to keep swinging when we didn't have the best time getting Dark Patches early and setting up a bunch of different Maschiffs and whatnot. So, I don't know. It is going to be difficult. Also, maybe they whiff the Psychic Energy. Maybe they just don't have the Psychic Energy, they can't Eerie Voice. That'd be kind of nice. It puts 2 damage counters on all your opponent's Pokemon, which isn't insane, but it adds up pretty quick. So, I am going to Greninja away this and see if I can draw Arven or something. That, I think, would be the most helpful. I'll take this, actually. This is perfect. We could rock with this. We could get rid of Darkrai V and Buddy-Buddy Poffin. I'll keep the Comeuppance one just in case. You never know when it'll clutch up. And we'll take a Bibarel. And then, who could I use the Dark Patch on? I could use it on the benched one, because I can't use it on the active anyways, so I might as well just thin the hand and just put another energy in play. And then I could draw an extra card with this Bibarel and hopefully get Arven or a Switch or something like that. Iono's not perfect, but it can work. So you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll put this on Maschiff. We'll Arven. I doubt I draw Switch off this, but that's alright. We also have to be really careful. Oh, perfect. That is so perfect. Okay, so we could just Dark Patch a 3rd energy onto this guy. And then we could switch into Darkrai, and we got a phenomenal hand going into next turn. Darkrai is going to take some damage with Spiteful Magic, excuse me. So this is the ability I was talking about, where you just take 8 damage counters for swinging into it, which honestly adds up pretty quick. However, we've done a pretty good job of being a bit more aggressive than our opponent and really getting going. So we definitely have to be careful of deck out. We got 14 cards left in the deck. We need to set up our other Maschiff with energy as soon as possible in case they counter catch or stall it up again, because that could be a big threat. So there's the mismatches. Now damage counters are going to start flying on all our Pokemon. And we'll definitely get a little scared. They didn't Squavette, so they got something great in their hand. Counter catcher, of course. Okay, this isn't good. This is not good, because I don't have a way to switch this guy out. So, actually, can we even use Unfair Stamp if they don't KO us with damage? It's only if we are knocked out during our opponent's last turn. So you know what? Eventually, we'll be able to use Unfair Stamp. Hopefully I'll get enough energy to retreat by then. So let's take Arven. Let's go Rod. And do I ever go Cape? I don't think so. I think we just take Rod, get back some energy, and then we could Bibarel for 2. Because I want to retreat, and most of our energy has been used. We got 4, 5, 6. We got 8. Yeah, I'm definitely going to Rod here. I want to get back some energy. This is going to be my last Rod, which hurts a little bit, but I think it's for the better. And we're going to take 3 energy back. We don't even have any more dark patches. Yeah, so we just want all the energy in our deck to try to retreat as best as possible. And we'll get 1 here, which works. We will get 1 here, which I will take. And you know what? I could even swing with rear kick for 10 damage. You know what? Actually, not bad. If I get Darkness Fang, if I get another energy, would it be better to just swing for 40? I don't think so, because they got 70 HP. Not ideal. Not ideal. But at least we're putting pressure on still. We're still putting pressure on and forcing them to take some damage every turn, if nothing else, and I'll rock with that. They're getting a whole bunch of tools down. We did lose Unfair Stamp, didn't we? We didn't. Okay, so you know what? I could still get Arven for Unfair Stamp if I really want. So that's kind of nice. Actually, you know what else I could do this turn? I could Arven for Ultra Ball. We got to be really careful with deck out. We got to start, like, cooking at this point. Making sure we take KOs almost every turn for the next few turns, because I'm digging through hard. But I think with a deck like this, I don't want to sit and wait as much because of Eerie Voice. I really don't want this. I'm sure they play another TM Devolution, and I really don't want that damage to rack up. So here's the Industrious Incisors, still opting to not Bibarel. Or Squavette, excuse me, before the Bibarel. So they have something in their hand that is amazing and they cannot get rid of. I'm curious to see what it is. They're going to load up even more damage onto all of our Pokemon. Man, Mismatches is such a fun card. I don't know if you guys have ever played it with the Lunala that used to exist, but oh my god, that was just the way to be. So let's take Ultra Ball. Let's go Luxurious Cape. Not going to use it against this matchup. I don't want to risk a 2-prize KO with the Alakazam. So let's Ultra Ball away Buddy-Buddy Poffin, Bibarel. I could vacuum away the Cape as well. I'm going to take Mabosstiff just for a little HP buff. The other thing that's annoying is we do 30 damage for like swinging with Wild Tackle, so it's not ideal overall. And let's get rid of this guy right here. Also, you know what? Maybe the Comeuppance one wouldn't be too bad. I'm not sure. Let's just draw. Let's see what we get. Okay, so I could evolve into Mabosstiff just to get the HP buff. Do I really need to? Not really, but I should. Because if I don't evolve, I can attack. Right? Or I could just retreat here and take a KO with Darkrai again. I like KOing this Mismagius, excuse me, just because this is the only one that's fully set up, right? And then I could prevent my Maschiff from being KO'd. Let's do that. Energy's getting spread real thin here. There's a good chance that our opponent could just deck us out. We got 5 cards left in the deck. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's not good. I don't want to put another Pokemon in the active. I want to just swing onto this Mismagius with Darkrai. But TM Devo could destroy us. This is insane, actually. This is a matchup for the days right here. So we get another Dark Energy. That is perfect. That is exactly the card I wanted to draw into off a prize. So I can start putting more energy on this guy just in case they counter-catcher it up again. But I'm assuming they actually might just have a huge KO with Alakazam. They definitely do. Oh, no. Because they can move all the damage counters around however they want with the top attack. So they could KO Darkrai, they could KO Bibarel, Mabosstiffs, they could do whatever they want here. Maybe even Squawk. Very easy 2-prize KO for our opponent. It's all going to come down to, do they have another energy for the bottom attack? Because I think that was the one that did more damage, and they do. They have Tulip. Okay. This deck is insane. Our opponent is playing a super, super fun deck. Definitely was not the matchup I was hoping for. Definitely not the matchup I was hoping for at all, because they got Alakazam, the bottom attack. They're swinging for massive KO. What is it, 50 damage for all energy? No, they just go strange hacking. No, just energy on opponent's attack. Excuse me. Okay, so they're moving a whole lot of damage around, and it seems like they're going to go for the KO on Darkrai, which makes the most sense. Puts them back in the game. We just got to try our best to vibe with Mabosstiff at this point. Actually, wait. Oh, they have to put all the energy. They have to essentially fully heal almost everything to KO our active Darkrai. And you know what? I'll rock with that. Except for our active Mabosstiff, which is problematic because I have to swing with that this turn. Ooh. Yeah, it's a bit problematic. That's an insane attack. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's crazy. I love that. That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. So, you know what? We could unfair stamp our opponent. Would that put us at risk of deck out? So we would have 4 cards in the deck. So we would have 8. We draw 6. Ooh. Do I have another Iono at least to keep me afloat? We should have another Iono in the deck. Let's do it. I'd rather put their hand at 2, make them Bibarel into whatever. We're going to be at serious risk of deck out. No more Bibarels, no more Radiant Greninjas, just vibes. But if I have an Iono, we're good. We got 3 cards left in the deck, not bad. And we have Mabosstiff down, if we need. So that's not bad either. I'm going to hold it, though. I am going to hold it, just in case. And do I ever use Intimidating Howl here? I don't think I do. Because then they'll just promote Mismagius, and we'll take 80 damage for swinging into it, which I'd rather just take 40 for now, or essentially 70, because of my attack plus their tool. So we'll take 1 prize card. If they don't KO us, they win. So they just need a Psychic Energy to take the KO. Oh my god, that's so problematic. That is so insanely problematic. We have no more Dark Patches, so we cannot swing with Maschiff this turn. There's the energy. Yeah, they got the KO. Oh, gosh. And the Iono us? Not good. Maybe I should have evolved. Although it doesn't really matter. I'm either going to get the energy when I need it and the evolution. There's the energy, or I'm not. So that's fine. I don't think I need to Bibarel this turn, but I do need a Bibarel next turn. Based on how their deck's going and they have no Alakazams in play, or Abras, I'm not scared of them taking the KO next turn on this active Maschiff. I think we just attach the energy and just swing. Just swing with Darkness Fang. Actually, you know what? Darkness Fang could go crazy, because we don't take any damage from that. It's got 10 more HP. You know, I said we really might not use this Pokemon, but it's not bad. Pokemon damaged by an attack, but damage counters. If this Pokemon is actually would come up its work, I might as well try it. I'm swinging for the same as Darkness Fang, except I've got more HP. So I feel like I might as well use Comeuppance, swing for 40, and then they have to do something insane to guarantee the win this turn. I chose not to Bibarel. Why? Because I could just Bibarel next turn. There's nothing I need. I either need energy. Actually, I just need energy, and I couldn't attach another energy to Mabosstiff because I used my manual attach that turn already. So I'm just going to sit on 0 cards, make Iono way less useful for our opponent, because I'll just draw 1, and then I could Bibarel next turn. So how many counter catchers and like boss and stuff have they played? They've played 2 counter catchers. All right. Okay. There's some hope. So there's the Iono. We're going to draw 1 card. Not bad. See, that's what I was thinking. Ooh. You know what? Crisis Punch goes crazy. Except for the fact that we need 3 energy attached to a Pokemon. We've already played Dark Patch. Oh, that's so annoying. Darkness Punch could have went wild there. We just need to dodge Gust. If we could dodge Gust, we'll be alright. We'll see. We'll see, though. The eerie voice. Alright, we should have it. We should have it on lock. I'm hoping. We do have another energy in the deck, I believe, because I rotted a couple energy back. And these are cards I could totally thin. I'm going to see right now if we got 1 energy left in the deck. We are drawing 5 cards. We are decking ourselves out, but we are swinging for KO. Thank gosh they don't have a tool attached. Because, oh no, we don't do damage to ourselves. We would have taken, yeah, actually, if they had a tool, if they had the Vengeful Punch attached to this thing, we would have KO'd ourselves as well. But thankfully, they don't. We are going to win that match by the absolute skin of our teeth. That could not have been any closer. We have 20 HP left. Oh my god, another eerie voice. They had game. Oh, man. That's not good. That was not good. Or they didn't have game, actually. They would have taken one prize card. So, alright. We did pretty good that game. That was pretty fun. That was awesome. I didn't use the ability as much as I wanted, but that's because that Spiteful Magic was just something I needed to be very mindful of when I chose to go around it, when I chose not to. So, you know what? That was a phenomenal match number 1. Let's keep the vibes going. Let's go one more on the casual ladder before we make the decision about taking this to ranked ladder. And let's see if we could go 2-0, guarantee the positive record with Darkrai VSTAR and Mabosstiff. Welcome to match number 1. We are up against a Pidgeot Arcanine EX deck. Still a deck I need to visit at some point. I love Arcanine. Even if it's not the best EX, it's just a fun one. And I see it on the casual ladder almost every time I go on it for more than like a game. So it's definitely something I gotta check out at some point. Also going to be an interesting match. Mew is going to be a very easy KO. We don't have natural gust, like full gust, because they still choose who they put in the active. But if they ever choose to put Mew, easiest swing for weakness KO ever. Like, absolutely easiest KO. So you know what? Let's see what we can do here. I love this hand. This hand is about to cook for sure. Let's see. What do I do? Arcanine's another Pokemon. They might not be able to control damage. I don't know if I want to put Luxurious Cape down. I think with this hand, I don't even think I need to play Squawk. I think I'd rather just guarantee set up my board with like my Mabosstiffs and everything. We could take Radiant Greninja, take full advantage of Dark Patch. I like that the most. Before I use Carmine and just discard the hand. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then maybe if I don't get Bibarel, like if I don't get Bidoof down this turn, that's okay because we have Radiant Greninja. So we've got some guaranteed draw anyways. And it kind of hurts to get rid of a Darkrai. It's all right though. We'll rock. I'm gonna take Bidoof and Maschiff. We've got a phenomenal hand, honestly. I kind of love this like so much. So let's put this energy here. Let's put the EXP share on this guy. Just spread, you know, our resources a little bit. Make it a bit harder to know which Pokemon would be the perfect one to take the boss KO. I have another Nest Ball. Who should I take? Do I ever take Squawk? I really don't feel the need to, honestly. Like at all. You know, I could just put the energy on the active. And then I could Iono next turn if they draw into a bigger hand. If they don't, we're in a sticky spot because we don't have the most perfect hand. But I don't think there's any other Pokemon I really want to... Like, I don't need Squawk. I've got Iono Dark Patch. I don't want to get rid of both my Ionos. I'd rather just take another Maschiff and then figure something out from there. Right? Let's do that. We got 8, 9, 10. We did prize a couple energy. That could just help us later, though, when we take them. Let's just take another Maschiff. I don't even feel the need to go another Darkrai. I want to, like, full send what I rolled this video. And if I need, I can take a Darkrai later. But we also did discard one Darkrai VSTAR. I forgot to check if Darkrai VSTAR was prized. Okay, we might need to dig for Rod very fast if I prize the other Darkrai VSTAR. But for now, they're going to get the energy down. Do they have anything else that's very playable? They got Restart for 1. I really don't want to Iono our opponent into a bigger hand, but I will if I need to. Especially if it gives me a KO on Mew EX. I will 100% swing into Mew EX for the KO, and they left it in the active. 100% should have retreated into Pidgey. We are going to abuse that. Do I ever Arven? I can't guarantee the KO if I Arven, because I can take Ultra Ball, whatever tool. It's not going to get me an energy. I think we just have to Iono. Hope we get Ultra Ball energy off Iono. Especially also praying that Darkrai VSTAR is not prized, and it's not because I'm staring at it, so that's perfect. This is pretty solid so far. Oop, that doesn't go there. This goes here. We can use Darkrai VSTAR here. Do I Lost Vacuum away Darkrai? Let's do it. Let's get rid of Magma Basin. Full sense. Why not? Let's get rid of this. We can't Carmine. I can attach to active. And then I can Bibarel for 3. And if I get an energy to use concealed cards, perfect. And if I don't, that's okay. We'll make it work. I like this hand. I forgot if Arcanine can do insane damage outright or if we have to swing into it first for it to do massive damage. So I'm just going to use Dark Pulse barely enough. Wow, 3 energy and you take a K at 240 damage of weakness. That's insane. Mew is light work. Mew is easy food. So let's see what we get here. Unfair Stamp Kieran goes crazy. Those are insane prize cards to take. And they promote Growlithe. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it had a bottom attack. I don't remember how much it swings for. I am praying it doesn't just one-shot Darkrai, because then we have to dig for Rod. I need to... Oh, it's Charizard. Okay. Alright. Definitely makes things a tad bit more difficult. 250. We barely dodged it. This is what I was worried about. I was waiting. I'm like, I know they got it. Bright Flame. I was worried about if this did 280 or 250, 270. I didn't remember. It doesn't take the KO on Darkrai right now. However, if they play Defiance Band, we're in trouble. They don't. They got Lucky Helmet. Okay, I was going to say, you know what? If they have Defiance Band and they do 280, that'd be really annoying. Thankfully, they don't. So, we're still good for another turn. We can use Star Abyss this turn because Darkrai is going to get KO'd next turn. And then I'm going to try to carry out with my Mabosstiffs. And now, against a deck like this, I can 100% use the Comeuppance Dark... what do you call it? Oh, they just swing for 30. Oh, not to discard energy. Now they're in KO range. Makes sense. I can use the Comeuppance... Mabosstiff, because they don't, once I swing into this Arcanine, they don't have a choice on doing insane damage. Like, they're doing insane damage essentially no matter what. So, oh, you know, Vessel could have gone crazy in this deck. I really don't have a good way to get energy with a hand like this. Maybe we should take out something for Earthen Vessel. I didn't think of that, like, at all. What do we want here? We want Ultra Ball. Do I even want a tool? I kind of want to just thin the hand as much as possible. I really don't want to Carmine this hand away, but I think I might have to. Oh no, we just played Arven, so I can't. Actually, maybe Carmine might have been the play. I just wanted to keep Kieran, because Kieran will fix our math on Charizard. Not ideal. We'll make it work, though. We'll make it work the best we can. We can Ultra Ball away this and this. We still have so many cards in our hand, which is a little problematic. I can take... this guy. How much are we swinging for? 3, 6, 9, 12, 120 damage. It's not insane. It's nothing crazy. But 120 damage plus 160 with this guy is the KO on Arcanine. So you know what? I don't hate it. If that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do. And then... actually, yeah, we don't have a great way to attack next turn, like, at all. Do we? Uh-oh, that's not good. Not good at all. They don't have an energy down. Maybe they whiff the energy. Actually, I didn't even process. Maybe they use the top attack because they whiff the energy. I don't really want to take a KO if I don't have to. I could Star Abyss, but for what? Maybe I could Star Abyss now. And then I could take, like, Ultra Ball, Dark Patch. No, because we still don't have energy in discard. Man, I wish I had Vessel in this deck. This deck could definitely benefit off of Vessel. I don't think I'm going to get that lucky. I'm just going to swing 120. If I need, I'll rod back a 1-1 Darkrai line, and I'll just have to figure it out from there if we get KO'd before we can do Star Abyss. Because that's something I really want to take full advantage of, especially because I don't know if we're in a scenario where we can attack this turn. And they guaranteed to have the attack because they got the single prize Charizard down. And Energy Search. Another card I wish I could have had going into this turn. But it's alright. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Who do I promote here is the question. We don't really have guaranteed KOs anywhere. I could... I mean, we have Unfair Stamp and Kieran for Switch. So you know what? I could just promote Bibarel and try to set up my Mabosstiff. I could choose to not use the XP share, I believe. Like, I don't think I have to. Do I? No, because I'm pretty confident I could get an energy off Unfair Stamp. Famous last words. So... let's do it. Let's just do it to be safe. Make sure we just keep our energy in play when I can. So let's do this. I really hate to use Kieran as a switch here, but I think I might have to, just to swing for KO on this guy with this Mabosstiff. Because we need Dark Patch, Manual Attach, and Kieran. So, this'll work. This'll work. Just believe. Just trust it'll work. I don't know how we'll get it, but I know we're going to. So let's Dark Patch onto Mabosstiff. I can't really Ultra Ball this hand away to draw more. We've just got too many good cards in our hand. So I'm going to use Kieran for this switch. I'm going to go into Mabosstiff. And then I'm going to Unfair Stamp. And then hopefully thin down enough for Bibarel after that. Or just get an energy here. Perfect. Alright, this is great. This is amazing because we got Rod for Darkrai as well. So let's Rod back a small Darkrai line because we are absolutely going to need that. Oh, maybe I should have used Radiant Greninja first. No, because we attach to active Bibarel, then Greninja. Draw 2 a Bibarel, guarantee it, and then... although, if I get whatever cards with Radiant Greninja, I could Ultra Ball thin my hand even smaller. Let's do Greninja first. Let's do Greninja first. And now they got, like, nothing to work with in their hand. I am obsessed with this. What? Alright, perfect. Exactly what we needed. Industrious Incisors for 2. And these are some cards that I think I could get rid of. How many have we played any Ionos? We played 3. Do I want to drop down to one last Iono? Or do I get rid of Carmine, maybe? I want to keep Ultra Ball, just because I want to get Darkrai VSTAR next turn. So let's get rid of Carmine and Bidoof. I'll keep the Iono. I just feel like that'll be more effective at this point. And let's take Darkrai V. And then next turn, I could use Bibarel, and they concede. Man, they must have had nothing in that hand. We were taking a huge KO with Mabosstiff. Yo, we were popping off that game. I was loving that. I wish they didn't concede, because we were cooking for sure. We were swinging for KO on Arcanine that turn, because he did 160. They must have had a completely dead hand, which meant we would have ran away with the active Mabosstiff. Not bad, yo. This combo goes kind of crazy. I'm actually loving it the more I play it. Do I think it's competitive ranked level yet? I'm not sure. Do I tech in Earthen Vessel right now? I don't know what I would do it for, but I could. I could take out... What? What do I take out? I'm not sure. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave this here. If people love this, and y'all want to see this on ranked, let me know in the comments. Next stream, I will bring this list back, and we'll take it on the ranked ladder, see how well it'll do. But for now, I'm just going to finish out the 3rd day. We got the guaranteed positive record. I've had some awesome matches on the casual ladder. I'm just going to keep it going just because I like the vibes. I like playing these chaotic decks with chaotic decks. So let's take Darkrai VSTAR and Mabosstiff to a 3rd match on the casual ladder. If you guys want to see more of it, because honestly, the deck's doing a bit better than I thought, or maybe there's some tweaks we can make. Like, if you join my Discord server in the link down below, in the description down below, we can refine this list a little bit more, and we can take it on ranked on my next stream. So let's do that. For now, let's jump into match number 3, see if we can get the guaranteed 3-0 record. Not guaranteed, let's see if we can get the 3-0 full win record with Mabosstiff. Welcome to match number 3, where we're up against Annihilate, which is going to be a super fun match. I'm pretty sure we're weak to... No, we're weak to grass. Some dark Pokemon are weak to... I don't know. It's like all over the place. I think not many are weak to fighting, because fighting beats dark, but I don't know how many are. I'm pretty sure all of ours are weak to grass, though, which I'm hoping. I don't know what Mabosstiff is weak to. What I do know is we're going to be needing to swing for a lot of damage, and comeuppance will hopefully see play in this match, because again, they're not playing a deck where they can control how much damage they're doing with the single prize one, which I know they play. It's got the Rage Fist attack. That's another deck, actually. You want me to play that deck? Let me know, because that's a really fun deck. Because this guy, Rage Fist, 70 damage for each prize card your opponent has taken, so it's like Charizard, except swinging way harder for a single prizer, which is kind of awesome. And they got Energy Search. They got a decent hand. We have, honestly, a phenomenal hand going first. I kind of love it. I hate to get rid of Unfair Stamp with my Squawkabilly. However, I think I'm probably going to, just to guarantee I get the most aggressive start possible. And I can just use Star Abyss and take it right back. So it's like, whatever. If I can only use it once this game, that's okay. It's what it was intended to be used for anyways. So what do I want to do here? We can Arven for... We have a Nest Ball. I could take Radiant Greninja with the Nest Ball, and then I could do like Buddy-Buddy Poffin here, and EXP share, I guess. How many Darkrai's do we have in the deck? Also, what's everyone weak to? Grass and grass. Okay, perfect. I don't know if any dark Pokemon are weak to fighting, but I know in the video game, like, fighting counters dark, so I didn't know if maybe Mabosstiff would be weak to it. Doesn't seem like that's the case, though, so we're good. Let's use Nest Ball. Let's get Greninja down. Let's just draw as big a hand as possible before we decide on the Squawk and Seize play, getting rid of Unfair Stamp to Dark Patches. The other reason I want Greninja is so I could at least use a Dark Patch right now. So let's take Maschiff Bidoof. Let's just go for a slightly as good an opening as we can. Let's Concealed Cards, see what the vibe is. We do have Switch. I really don't want to get rid of a Switch as well. Man, we got a lot of things that are just, like, insane in this hand. So, what do I want to do? We could Ultra Ball, away Vacuum and Energy, fully use both Dark Patches, which I think is our best route. And then we could go into Darkrai. Do they ever get the KO this turn? I don't think so. I don't think they can. So, I'm going to put the EXP share here. I'm going to use both Dark Patches on Darkrai, and then I'm going to Squawk and Seize. Switch and Squawk and Seize. Actually, yeah, no, switch. I'm definitely going to switch. I'm going to go straight into Darkrai, and I'm going to, not that, I'm going to Squawk and Seize. Draw a new hand, and this is a little bit better. I like this. I like this. It's not perfect. It's not ideal. We got Iono though. We got Iono and energy, so we can make it work. And let's attach the energy here. Let's use Wind of Darkness, swing for 50 damage. I mean, it's better than nothing. And I'll see if they got it like that in their hand. They either do or they don't. But I like that turn one. Not bad. We did have to get rid of our A-Spec, but that's why we got Stardust. Super overpowered ability. Super overpowered A-Spec for that type of card. For this type of ability. I like this. Darkrai, kind of cooking. Kind of cooking. Also, so if you made it this far in the video, a little sneak peek coming forward into, what, I think another week from now or so. Nuclear and I. Big, one of, probably like, the guy who's been helping out the most in like my Discord channel with getting the channel going and everything. One of my best friends, Nuclear, has cooked up an insane Darkrai deck. So I'm excited to bring that out next week. So if you like Darkrai, I hope you stay tuned to another crazy Darkrai video. That'll be coming out probably a little bit after Shrouded Fable comes out. Like, I'm thinking next week sometime, so it'll be a lot of fun. And they get rid of every and Pokegear, so they must have a decent hand. Or they're full sending it for Bibarel. I don't know. Annihilate, can that KO? That might be able to KO Darkrai. I don't 100% remember. You have to have Rare Candy Annihilate in hand, right? Yeah, okay. So what does this guy do? I need to see this real quick. I need to make sure this can't take a KO. It might be able to. Put up to 12 damage counters on this Pokemon, so you could do a max of 240. Honestly, this thing can take a KO, which would be bad. Yeah, that would not be good. We would lose our only Darkrai. However, we can guarantee the K. We could guarantee the swing with this guy, which might be best for us. They would also have to put 120 damage on themselves. Or not 120, 110, excuse me, because they don't have to do the full damage counters, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Okay, makes it a little more difficult for us. Maybe I should have stayed with Squawk in the active. I don't know, I just wanted to use the Switch before I discarded it, in case they didn't have it like that in hand, but they did. They absolutely did, so we're going to have to rod back our Darkrai, because that's the only Darkrai we got, and I need to use it. So let's go into Maschiff. We could guarantee the swing. Does that help us, though? Or should I use, like, Comeuppance? If I use Comeuppance, they'd put 7 damage counters on themselves to do 140 damage. And then they would have, what would, 7 damage counters plus 70 damage would be 180, and then plus 140, because that's what they would have to do. 180 plus 140 is 320. You know what? Comeuppance guarantees if they KO us, we KO them. So let's just do it. let's absolutely full send it. And let me concealed cards and then Rod. So I get full value out of Rod. I can take Darkrai and perfect. This is actually exactly what I wanted to see. Darkrai 2 energy. We get the Nest Ball, so I can make sure we get a Darkrai down this turn. I could Iono them to 4. I give them a new card, but I give us a much needed new hand. However, their hand wasn't amazing. They did take 2 prize cards. I think I'm going to Iono and just try to get another Maschiff down, maybe a Bibarel. I just want to set up my board. You know what, if I give them another card and they have a cracked hand, so be it. There's really not much I can do. This hand is interesting, to say the least. It's not awful. Like, we can make it work. We got Maschiff down, and we have plenty of energy and Carmine. So you know what? I've seen worse hands. Let's just swing for Comeuppance. Oh, we also do 20 damage. So yeah, if they need to put 7 damage counters on themselves to KO. To use Angry Grudge and KO. If they do that, Comeuppance will guarantee they KO themselves. If they use Seismic Toss, they'll KO us, and they'll drop down to like 40 HP, which is very easy to KO as well. So you know what? Not bad. Not bad. It's a shame that they have a bottom attack they could just swing for KO. But you know what? We're going to make it work. We are going to make it work. We're going to fall a bit behind in prize cards here, but I think Comeuppance can do some huge damage and ensure that we keep ourselves in the game, because they'll swing into themselves by KOing us, which I've played an insane amount of those decks recently, where it's like, you swing into me, you take X amount of damage. I've been between Mousehold, Lycanroc, and this guy. It's so many Pokemon where it's like, yeah, you swing into me, that's cool. Do a lot to yourself too. So they're gonna get Buddy-Buddy Poffin, set up some more Mankeys here. Yep. All right. We're gonna be fighting a little bit from behind right now, but that's all right. That's all right. I believe. We've done well enough with the deck so far. I am happy to see it cook. And they've got another Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Oh my gosh, with Bidoof Mankey, I'd assume, right? Like, what else would you do? We have to go Darkrai next turn. Mimikyu. That's fine. That's so fun, because we could just force switches every turn with the other Mabosstiff. And we could also use that to KO Mimikyu. So you know what? That is totally okay. And they just have research. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Yeah, they had I Iono'd them into the perfect hand. Maybe I should have just not Iono'd, but I don't know. I felt like I had to, just because I wanted to get a bigger board set up. I wanted another Maschiff down in case they took a big KO on Darkrai VSTAR, which they can take a KO on Darkrai VSTAR, but now we're much closer to getting it in play. So, you know what? Comeuppance didn't take the full KO, but it put our opponent in a really, really rough spot where it's not going to be super hard to KO them from here. So, actually, if we get Darkrai VSTAR, I can just use Star Abyss for Unfair Stamp and Dark Patch. I think that would be best for us. I don't even hate taking back Rod, but I don't think I want to. We don't need insane damage right now, though, but I think I should try to get as much energy in play as possible. That is not exactly what we wanted to draw into. Oh, boy. Let's concealed cards first and see what I get before I use, you know what, I'll take it. I will take that. So let's get Bibarel down. I don't think I have any more Maschiffs in the deck. I'll double check, though. I'll double check. We do. We got one more. Okay, I thought I prized the one. I wasn't 100% sure, but that's cool. So let's guarantee the KO with Darkrai V, if nothing else. And then let's Carmine draw 5. We'll Bibarel after. Yeah, because I don't want to draw into something else amazing and then have to discard it. And this is exactly what we needed to see. So I'm loving this. So what could I Ultra Ball for? Could put a 5th energy in discard for what, though? No real reason. No real reason, so I'm not going to. I'm going to use Star Abyss. I'm going to take back Unfair Stamp for sure. And let's go Dark Patch here. Actually, I don't hate Rod, but I want to just make sure we've got as many energy as possible. We also have an insane amount of Pokemon in discard. However, if we don't get enough energy in play, we might not be able to KO these guys later. I really just want the comeuppance back, because I feel like that's going to be huge against our opponent. So let's take Rod. I'm going to pass on Dark Patch. We've got 2 in discard. Yeah. I've just got so many Pokemon in discard already that I don't want to see. So I'm going to Rod back both Mabosstiffs and an energy, and I think that's just going to work out a little bit better for us. So let's do that. Let's take 1, 2, 3. And then we got... Actually, because we got this guy... We got this one, so we can evolve into the comeuppance one again. Let's take these back. Let's take these back. Because then I have another Rod for a Maschiff if absolutely needed. I like this. I like this. I think this is ideal. It's Unfair Stamp. Put them at 2 cards. They do have Bibarel, so it's whatever. But that's fine, you know. And we get double Dark Patch. Actually, you know what? It's not bad. Not bad at all. We could just use double Dark Patch on Mabosstiff and make sure we're cooking as much as possible, and then we can Bibarel. So that's pretty sweet. I did use my manual attachment this turn, so I'm not going to be able to do that right now, and that's alright. We get Luxurious Cape. Could go hard. I think that's going to be the most cuttable card for Vessel, though, going forward, because I don't want to put another 2 prizer in play. They've got 3 prizes left, and I am waiting to use that, what do you call it? The, what's the tool? TM Crisis Punch. That legitimately might win us a game here. So, let's take our first 2 prizes. We're still trailing, but I don't think they can Oko Darkrai VSTAR. I forgot to hit select. That being said, I have no idea what they are and are not able to do. So I'm sure if they don't have the KO, they promote Mimikyu, and I'm going to use Mabosstiff's ability and just tell them to give me something else. Give me a Mankey. Let me take a big KO with Mankey. That'd be much easier for us. You know, or maybe they're Bibarel. Maybe they give me Bibarel. I don't know. So they're going to put the energy on Mimikyu. Do they have the attach retreat? No, they're going to go TM Evolution. Okay, that makes sense. And then they're going to Rod back the EX and probably an energy. Maybe the Metal Evolution as well. Actually, no, they used Rare Candy. They skipped the Metal Evolution, yeah. So, Mankey double energy. That's what that, yep, that would make the most sense. That probably is the best play for our opponent. They're playing super well. I mean, this is all around. These are some 3 crazy matches. I love playing on the casual ladder. I wish, like, going to massive tournaments was like this, where you're just playing insane decks. Players that know how to use insane decks as well, a lot of fun. Like, our opponent has spent some time playing this deck. They are playing solid against our deck right now, but honestly, I think we're keeping up pretty well. So they're going to use TM Evolution, try to stop us from taking a KO. However, I'm going to tell them, give me any other Pokemon. I'm not KOing this Mimikyu. You can keep it on your bench. I'll just use that Mabosstiff again next turn. I'll make sure you are not able to block off damage with Safeguard. It's an insane combo for that reason. And then I could still use, like, Iono or something. You know, they got 5 cards in hand. Don't want to see that. Make it 3. So, do I put down this Mabosstiff or do I get the comeuppance one? Not 100% sure. Let's get rid of Cape. Let's get rid of Darkrai. Let's take the comeuppance one. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun using this guy. And I think it's going to be huge against the single prize. The single prize, what do you call it? Annihilate. Which they definitely have in the deck. So, we definitely Arven here, or Iono here, right? Just give him a smaller hand. I think that's the only way to do it. Let's use this guy first. Let's see who they give us. I don't think it matters, but I want to use it first, and then maybe they're like, oh, he's got boss. He just wants to see what he could switch, you know, them out into. But, you know, obviously I'm going to Iono no matter what. I think this would be more fun and get in their head a little more. Because that's part of this game is, like, how much can you get in your opponent's head? Just make them sweat. Make them worry. Because when you make someone worry, that's when the misplays come out. So they're going to give me Mankey, which was the only correct choice, I think. And we are going to Iono. They don't want to give me Primapes because those are easy to evolve. You don't want to give me Bibarel because that's your whole draw engine. So, not bad. Not bad. Do I ever use any more Greninjas? I could. I could use Greninja. I could manual attach here and then use Greninja. Bibarel 2, Greninja. I think I'm going to Greninja and then Bibarel because I got Ultra Ball in hand, so I could always thin with these cards. Actually, I can't thin with these cards. I need Crisis Punch. That is going to be the best card I ever use, so let's just hold the hand and I can thin next turn. So, let's just swing 180. We get the KO. There's no need to get another energy in play and dig for that last Dark Patch. I think we still got one more. And there's no need. Oh, whoopsies. Can't see it because we got 6 prize cards. We got our Iono. Alright, perfect. That's actually what I was going to check, so I make sure I don't deck myself out. I was like, ooh, is Iono in the deck? Did I use them all? I didn't use them all. I'm staring at the last one. It's in my hand. So we got to be careful again about decking ourselves out. And we also got to try to dodge the KO if we can. I don't know if we will be able to, but we got a decent shot. You know, we got a decent shot. I don't think they swing super hard yet, because they would do 210 damage with the single prize Annihilate, and I think max they could do is 240 with the EX. So we should be able to live both. And they're going to Energy Search again, just thin their hand a little more. I would assume they fail it. Okay, I was going to say, I would assume they take another Fighting Energy, maybe attach it to the other Primate, just set up both of them. No, they're going to Arven. Okay, hey, we keep our hand, and I like our hand a lot. A whole lot right now, so that's not bad. We do have Kieran. I might just save it as a switch out in case they try to, like, Gust stall, which is possible. And I don't think there's a world where you could just KO and Annihilate EX in one shot with this deck. So I'm not upset about just letting it rock. However, with this Arven, I'd imagine they go Ultra Ball, whatever tool they could just discard and get Annihilate EX out. I feel like they have to swing with Annihilate this turn. I don't see a world where they can't, where they could just avoid that. But I'm not sure. You know, we'll see. Nest Ball Survival Brace. Also fine. I'm not one-shotting really anything. So, that's kind of whatever. Although, you know what I did just realize? When we use Mabosstiff's ability this turn, they could just give me the Survival Brace Primate, which would be a little annoying. Maybe I could use Kieran to switch and just swing into Mimikyu. That'd be funny. That could work pretty well, actually. They're going to get Squavette out. They're going to Nest Stash and Bibarel for a whole bunch of cards. I really just don't want to see that Survival Brace this turn off the Mabosstiff. That would be very, very hard. Especially because I can't get it out of the active since I only have one Mabosstiff in play, and I played No Gust just to ensure we had space for, like, all the other fun cards in this deck. And honestly, it's been a bit of fun. Like, I really didn't think we needed... Yep, there it is. There's a single prize one. Okay, I hope they just retreat and swing with that guy. I want to KO that guy right now. I really don't want to have to deal with... Yeah, okay, thank gosh. I really did not want to have to deal with them passing, and then me having to use this ability, and them just giving me the Survival Brace one. Like, that was just not something I wanted to do. So, they're going to get Annihilate out. They're going to use Rage Fist. Swing for 210. We live the attack. That's all that matters. That's it. So Darkrai will take its worth in prize cards. It's taken 2 prize cards, and we are now in the lead for the time being. So let's... Honestly, I don't even know what to do this turn. Let's see. What do we want to do? I want to keep Kieran just in case we need a switch. I could Iono them. I just don't think it'll help much. I could get rid of an energy. Do we have one more Dark Patch in the deck? We don't. Okay, so let me attach the energy to this guy. just to buy some time right now. How many energy am I playing? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So we do have some energy left. So you know what? I could Ultra Ball away. I don't even need to. I like having Arven just to have Crisis Punch, honestly. And then, I don't know. Do I really need to Arven anything away? Honestly, I like holding the hand. Like, we have a solid hand. Like, we have a legit hand, honestly. So, let's not. Let's just hold it. Let's just swing for KO. Because I'm pretty sure if they get Annihilape EX down this turn, there's no way they could get 2 energy and use the bottom attack, right? So then we could just Crisis Punch when they KO Darkrai. Hopefully Torch and Annihilape EX. Because they'll have to put damage counters on themselves. How many, though? They don't need many damage counters. 3. Oh my god, tell me they're going to live with 10 HP. We could use Kieran. Okay. Alright. We might be able to win this turn. Because I'm assuming they go to Annihilape EX. No, they go the single prize route. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Although if they don't get an Annihilape out this turn, it's not the end of the world. They boss. Who? Stop. No. Squawk? Right? Maybe the Comeuppance Mabosstiff? I don't know. There's actually so many good boss targets. Intimidating Howl. Not bad. Not bad. I respect it. Well played. Well played, sir. And they could just boss up. Ah, this is tricky. This is tricky. Okay. Alright. This is tricky, but I think we could work through this. So, Darkness Fang actually wouldn't even KO, now that I think about it. Because they don't do enough damage to them. Unless they use Dynamite Punch. That would just be dumb, though. They would never do that. They would 100% have to Rage Fist. So I would be forced to use Comeuppance. And then... Yeah, it's a mess. This is a mess now. That boss's orders threw off my whole plan for just having game in hand. I don't know what to do right now. Defiance Band, I don't think that'll matter too much. How many rare candies are they down? Are they down enough? I don't think so because they used TME, but they've only used 1. They passed! They didn't get the energy! That's so big. That's so big. That's insane. We used Vacuum, didn't we? We did. Oh, no! Oh my god, I can't get rid of that Survival Brace, can I? Actually, no, it doesn't matter because I can just use Intimidating Howl. Give me anyone else. Right? They could just give me Bidoof, but that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care. Because then I could use Comeuppance next turn if they use Rage Fist and Annihilate. And then if they swing, they KO themselves. Alright. We're good. We're alright. We're okay. They gotta give me a new Pokemon. Yo, this ability is clutch. This ability is so clutch. Digging us out of some intense holes. We're in the depths. Mimikyu's fine. Fattest KO I've ever seen. I don't need a Rod. I don't really need anything. I kind of want to just keep the whole hand, honestly, and just take the KO. I mean, getting Iono would hurt, but we have Bibarel, so we could make it work. How many Arvens do we have left? Because that's really all we need. We got 2 Arvens left. We got 1 in hand, 1 in the deck. Do I ever Ultra Ball away anything? I could Ultra Ball away Iono Bidoof. Just to thin a little bit. Just to get ourselves going. Right? Take 1 card out of the deck in case they play Iono. All we need is Arven Kieran. Cards like that to win the game. I don't think we need Iono. I'm not worried about decking out. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's thin. Let's do a little bit of thinning. Or do I just Bibarel for 1? Take a Pokemon, Bibarel for 1. It's hard. Hard choice. Let's just take a Bibarel. Useless card, which is perfect. We're thinning, so if they Iono, there's a better chance we just draw into the Arven, is my plan. Generally my plan. And I didn't want to Bibarel, because if I drew the other Arven, I would have been very upset. So, let's just swing with Wild Tackle, take the KO. We got 1 prize left. We got 1 prize card remaining. I like the spot we're sitting in the most. Love it right now. Absolutely love it. So, who do they promote? They have to take a KO this turn. If they don't, we win. Actually, they have to give a Survival Brace guy this turn. And if they don't get an energy, we win. If they don't get an energy, we win, because we can swing, and then, yeah, they wouldn't attack it. We'd guaranteed win, I think, just period, if they don't get an energy. However, they got Squavette Bibarel, so they're drawing an insane amount of cards. Safer Maniacs Code Breaking, guaranteed they got the energy, if nothing else. So they will be swinging for KO. And what could I do about that? I guess promote the single prize Mabosstiff and use Comeuppance. If they swing into me, they KO themselves. Kind of nice. And they would either need Boss's Orders or Yeah, they would just need boss's orders at that point. But I would still stay in the game so I could use Darkrai VSTAR to close out the game then, if they don't get boss. But honestly, what they could have done is just, like, take an energy boss off that, say, for Maniacs. They Squavette, so they're getting guaranteed whatever it is they saw. So that's not ideal. But it's alright, we'll make it work. They needed the energy. They needed the energy. They've got 3 energy in discard. There's no way you don't have more energy left. Yeah, alright, there it is. So they got the Rage Fist. We can't get that vacuum back. Man, that is biting us in the butt so bad that I can't get that lost vacuum back. I think I Ultra Balled it away too, which is a shame. Because I had no idea they'd be playing Survival Brace. Oh, actually, I might have just squawked it. I don't remember. There's nothing here that said I discarded it. Honestly, I could get rid of Squawk. It's kind of huge. It's just an easy 2-prize liability that I don't need on the board. Let's do it. I only need what's left on the board now. Squawk was utterly useless, so this is fine. We can make this work. They PAL pad back, which means they shuffled their deck. I would assume they take Boss, because they kind of need Boss to close out. They could dig for it pretty well. They either get Boss or they don't next turn. Yeah, they just take Boss. It's exactly what they need. That tells me they probably don't have Boss in their hand. They need to dig for it. So maybe they took, like, I don't even know what they took. The energy PAL pad off, say for Maniacs Code Breaking. They're going to swing 350. That's gross. It's gross. That's too much damage. Too much damage. We don't have any way to get rid of Survival Brace. We don't have a Maschiff to get a Gust this turn for the KO, so we're just going to have to do this. And honestly, I could put this here. I could concealed cards. I don't want to. I want to make sure we just got the guaranteed technical TM. Yeah, technical machine Crisis Punch next turn. Is it worth it doing anything? I could Arven. See if I could Arven and then maybe Rod. See if I could get another Maschiff down just to help out with the Mabosstiff ability. Because that could be big at this point. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because if we get Iono'd, it's like we're not getting anything anyways. I'll take Ultra Ball. It thins better. And then we have Mabosstiff in the deck, so I don't want to take another Mabosstiff. I think, honestly, I just take Maschiff and just vibe. You know, just pure vibes. They've either got it or they don't. So I literally just want Maschiff. Do I need another energy? I'll take one just in case. Because if they, like, actually, if they boss this up, they got game. So it really doesn't matter. If they boss this up, KO it, they got game. If they KO this, they KO themselves. Also game. So I literally think all I need is just one Maschiff. So I'm just going to take that. I don't think I need anything else at all. Going to get rid of these guys. And because they are not useful at all, I'm going to take another Maschiff down. And I could Bibarel. Bibarel for 3. Not worried about decking out too much. I kind of like just having everything sit in my hand, I think, as the perfect cards to draw into. Because next turn we still have if they Iono us, we guarantee Arven. Because they Iono us to 1, we Bibarel again. Boom. So you know what? They either get boss this turn or they don't. There's no other way around it. We're going to use Comeuppance. We're going to do everything we can to stay in this game. If they swing into us, they KO themselves. And we win. If they get boss's orders, they boss up Darkrai VSTAR, and they win. So that's it. I think those are the only 2 options. Maybe they like boss up Bibarel or something, but like that would be dumb. You could just win and KO Darkrai. Because we don't play Legacy Energy or something like that. So, man, this is... They're so close. But they got the Squavette Bibarel, which is like... It's the best draw engine, man. It's the best draw engine. So there's the Squavette. Are we able to dodge it? Are we able to close out with Mabosstiff? With Comeuppance coming in huge at the end of the game. They have a card. They're staring at it. Just don't let it be boss. Don't do that. They Industrious Incisors. They got the full hand. They've either got it here or they don't. What do they do? Passing would be crazy. We just use Kieran and switch into Darkrai. Take the KO. We got game in hand. There's no way around it. Switch! It's a who? It don't matter. We got KO. If they just switch and pass, hey, we're good. We're golden. So... Alright, they got Mankey. Do they have the Rare Candy EX? Nah, it'd be mental. That'd be a mental play. I think we'd still get the KO with Crisis Punch, because they would have to do damage to themselves. Lost Vacuum away what? Survival Brace? Doesn't matter anymore. We already did some damage. Collapse Stadium? You need another Pokemon down? Annihilate EX? In Lost Zone? Yeah, nah, they're searching hard for something. I don't even know what. Oh, you know what? Maybe they're just playing all the cards that they can, because they have another Bibarel in hand, and then they could retreat the Iono. That's not boss. That's not boss. Maybe they have Counter Catcher in the deck. They draw 2. We get Arven. Perfect top deck. Exactly what we wanted to see. Because we can Arven for something. Crisis Punch. No, because they haven't taken a prize card. They have to take a KO for us to search for Crisis Punch with Arven. We could play Arven and... Okay. We need an energy. We need an energy. I think I Arven first. And try to just get cards to thin. Or I could just Carmine him. Oh no, do we guarantee it off Carmine? I think we do. I think we just guarantee the energy off Carmine. So we just play Carmine Retreat, KO it. Darkrai, right? I'll Bibarel. No. Bibarel first or after? Bibarel now. We have the energy in the deck. I took it back with Rod. I'm like 90% certain. Perfect. I was like, but Kieran might be on the bottom of the deck. I might not have drawn into Kieran. Doesn't matter. It's okay. It's good. We didn't get to use Crisis Punch, but we had it in the back pocket, just in case. And Kieran was so clutch this game, just as a switch card, you know? And we're going to swing 210 by the skin of our teeth again. We are walking away with this. This video is ridiculous. Oh my god. These Wild Wednesday videos are literally the most insane things. They are so all over the place, and I love it so much. This deck was a ton of fun to play. Please put Mabosstiff up here, even though my face covers it. Just give me the top of like the Mabosstiff, and it's Darkrai VSTAR. All right, that's fine. I wanted Mabosstiff to be the MVP. It wasn't. Apparently Darkrai was, which is lame. But I mean, I think we used like the whole deck to the max. Like I think we actually showcased literally every part of this deck. I think Luxurious Cape, not the play I thought it was, can cut that. We didn't use that. Doesn't matter. Didn't need it. We played with 59 cards, and I loved it. What else? Crisis Punch. Honestly, we didn't use it, but it helped us like guarantee game in this last match. So I loved Crisis Punch here. I think that's an awesome partner for Darkrai. If you got Arven in a Darkrai deck, I think Crisis Punch goes crazy. So that was a lot of fun too. So that's gonna wrap it up for today's Wild Wednesday video. I believe on TCG Live, Shrouded Fable comes out tomorrow. So if it does, I've got some awesome Shrouded Fable decks planned. And if I completely mess that up, I'll play it the day after when I know it comes out, so that's cool too. Also, at the end of the week, we got episode 2 of the Battle VIPs podcast coming out. Make sure you tune into that. It is an awesome podcast that me and Nuclear and hopefully our other main host, JT Hydro or Josh, if you're in the Discord server and seen him on any chats, will be joining us for the session. We will be talking about the meta forecast, top rogue decks, new Shrouded Fable cards, playing Who's That Pokemon, a lot of fun stuff, so make sure you tune into that podcast. It's going to be a great time. That being said, stay epic, everyone. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Wild Wednesday. Peace.